Hello and welcome to JKEV. As always, I'm Joe. Christina's behind the camera. So today we wanted to share with you some top tips that we have for preparing your vehicle for wintertime. Some of these will be EV specific, but a lot of them apply to all vehicles. The first tip I want to go over is getting tires for your vehicle for the wintertime. This is relevant for EVs as well as gas cars. We just put on brand new Bridgestone Alenzas. These are the factory tires, the all seasons that came with the ID. We actually got a flat on our front right side tire, and realistically we could have gotten a couple more months out of these tires, but we're already at 20,000 miles. So and winter is coming. So we wanted to make sure we had fresh tires on for the winter. I went ahead and saved the other front as well as the rears, and I can put those on next summer, but at least now we have fresh new tires for the wintertime. If you live in somewhere that gets a lot of snow, you'll want to make sure to have dedicated winter tires. Where we live in Chicagoland, the roads are almost always cleared very well, so we never really have to encounter roads covered with snow. Plus, with me working from home, you know, if it's bad conditions outside, I can avoid going on the road. But if you're in a situation where you frequently have to drive in ice and snow, I definitely recommend winter tires. There's many people that have asked about the ID4 all-wheel drive over the rear-wheel drive. I would argue you'd actually be better money spent buying the rear-wheel drive and a dedicated set of winter tires than getting the all-wheel drive and just driving year-round on all seasons. Electric vehicles in general burn through tires quicker than normal vehicles. That's kind of because of two reasons. One is they have a lot more weight, typically because of all the battery weight, and then two is because of regenerative braking, that the car is constantly accelerating and then decelerating and very seldom coasting. The other issue in the case of the ID is that it has a staggered tire setup. What I mean by that is the front tires are 235 tires and the rears are 255, so a little bit wider. And because of this, the car does not get rotated. The tires do not get rotated, which causes them to wear out faster. In our case, the rears maybe only had about 3,000 to 5,000 miles of life left in them, and the fronts had maybe, 5,000 to 8,000 miles left in them, and we're at 20,000 miles now. So it's unfortunate, but it's a small price to pay considering all the perks that we gain from this vehicle. Another very important tip is regenerative braking. So in the case of the Volkswagen, when we have two different types of regenerative braking. We can put the vehicle in drive, or we can put it in B mode, which is very close to one pedal driving. It still engages creep at low speed, but is much more aggressive. Although B mode will give you, in my opinion, better range, because as soon as you pull your foot off the accelerator pedal, the car will start to regenerate before you even touch the brake pedal. So for me, I found that works better for me with range. The problem is when it is snowing or in icy conditions, that aggressive regen that the Volkswagen and many electric vehicles have can start to get the rear end tail happy, or it'll slide a little bit on the ice. So you want to make sure you're in drive mode, D mode, so you can better control the vehicle in inclement conditions. But as every electric vehicle is different, I would advise going to a parking lot or somewhere and testing out both modes and seeing what you feel more comfortable with in those winter conditions. Next topic I'd like to go over is windshield wipers. Oftentimes when it's about to snow, the best thing you can do to avoid your wipers freezing to the windshield is to lift them up. However, in the Volkswagen, the wipers are tucked underneath the hood, which I'll better show from the outside now. As you can see here, I'm trying to lift it, and you see it hits into the hood right here. And same can be said for the passenger wiper. It won't lift as it contacts the hood right here. And so the way to lift them up is you have to go into vehicle, and then over here to wipers, and then you would put wipers in the service position. That will bring the wipers up here so you can lift them up and have them off the windshield for when it snows. So another feature that you want to do is make sure you turn off your auto folding mirrors. In the case of the ID, we go to Vehicle, and we go here, and Mirrors, and Fold when locking, we have that turned off now because it is winter time. Most cars, it's a little button over here, but every car varies, so be sure to check. The reason you want to do that is because water can get into the motors of the auto folding mirrors, can freeze up, and then when your car tries to unfold them or fold them, it can break the motors and break your mirrors effectively. So it's a great feature during the summertime. It's convenient for parking, but in the wintertime, it's smart to keep that feature turned off. Another thing to do in the wintertime is make sure you keep your window clean. I don't know if you can see, but our window is quite dirty right now. So let's see, I'll show you what product we use to keep our window clean. So this is the EV Wash glass cleaner. This is what we prefer to use to clean our windows. Many people have complained that we have dirty windows. Well, dirty windows no more thanks to the EV Wash Kit. So we just take this, spray it on our window a little bit, take this included rag that came with the kit, and just wipe it off. And you leave yourself with beautiful streak-free windows. So we've shown you that we use the glass cleaner that works on the inside and outside. It's also safe on tinted windows, which is important. Never want to use Windex on tinted windows. That'll damage the tint. But I want to show you more of this kit. So this is the EV Wash Kit. Comes in this really nice case. We have the glass cleaner, as you saw. There's a waterless wash for if you have a quick spot you want to detail on your car, as well as the interior cleaner. They come with the spray nozzles included, and then they come with these great rags that you can use to clean your car. We have a link in the description for 30% off of your EV Wash Kit. Be sure to check them out. Another thing that's great about the Wash Kit is they give you these very nice premium bottles, and whenever you run out of the liquid, you can just order the individual refill packs. So what's great about the ID is when we turn off the car at night, or when we arrive home at night, I should say, it auto-populates these choices we can do. So I have it set that it knows I go to work on Tuesday, so I can click this button here, and it will just have the car ready to go, warmed up on Tuesday morning at 7:30 in the morning. I don't have to do anything. Another feature you can set is in here, you can set what your departure temperature you prefer to be when you depart, and some other features like if you want the defogging window on, heated seats, heated steering wheel, you just set that up ahead of time. So when you do turn on auxiliary climate remotely, the car will know your settings that you had pre-set up. So another thing you want to do in the wintertime is make sure you fill up your windshield washer fluid with a formula that does not freeze. We'll link below the product that we use. We use a Rain-X. I think it's good until 0 degrees or 10 degrees, something like that. But it's proven very well in the harsh Chicago winters. And that's a wrap for our winter EV tips video. Again, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we helped teach you a tip or two about how to better prepare for winter. If you feel there's any tips we missed, please feel free to comment below. We'd love to hear your ideas on how you prepare your vehicle for wintertime. And until next time, please like and subscribe, and take care.